So we're at Varsity Farm, which is a very quiet place to come if you just want to chill with the animals. It's a bit like a home away from home in a sort of sense. I used to come here when I was like quite young after school, so it's quite nice to just be away from everything and get here. And it's a nice view as well.
Good morning, Southside.
So I'd say Southside's a bit like a haven for some families. Pretty much anyone can go to Southside if they want to. You just need to have the mindset that you actually want to change things rather than stay the same but still want the support. So it's nice to have that support from someone who understands but doesn't necessarily want to poke you in any way, sort of thing, and provoke any sort of reaction. They're just there to help you through with things, and I think it does really help some people.
The 80% of the paid staff are started off as ex-service users and volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
I was an emotional wreck, really wasn't there as a person. I was just gone. Life was bad, but then it picked up as soon as I got help from the right people for once.
I had a young child and I was struggling a little bit, and that was just, it was my lifesaver. Yeah, so
I was kind of scared to do anything or say the wrong thing. Just didn't really want to interact with a lot of other people who didn't understand what was happening.
So what have you decided about uni?
To not actually go to uni and do the online course instead. It's just a lot easier and it's cheaper for one. Penny got very close to understanding our situation, and she was the main person that really pushed me, but not in a bad way. Like, she kind of pushed me to just be more open and talk to people. She helped relieve sort of like the emotional stress, I'd say, but she also really helped making me realise that it was more comfortable to talk to people rather than not talk.
Sometimes, I mean, I really should have retired by now, and I think some days when it gets difficult and the funding's hard and all of that, I think of Tara. I feel this with a lot of the families we work with, that is the big step to change. When they stop being the service users, start giving back, start, the structure of I don't know, having to put stuff on the database and fill in monitoring forms and, all those boring things. But that's when change happens, without a doubt. So I'm a volunteering champion, or volunteer champion, absolutely.
So I got more involved through the Young Advocates when Penny set it up in 2013 with 3 of us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Me, you and Tara. The original 3.
So we thought, no, hold on, we're living this generation too. We're experiencing these changes, so we'll talk on behalf of you. That's just how it started.
I'd wanted to do it, but I was too nervous, and again, without Penny pushing me into it very gently, I wouldn't have ever done it. But it was quite nice to meet 2 other people who were like you, that wanted to do something with other young people and not just sit in a room and not talk. And then I think from then on we kind of discussed a lot more ideas, got out and did things in the community. So like at Varsity Farm we did a little playgroup for the younger children in families of Southside, which I think was quite nice, again, not just for the children but for the parents to have that little break and know that they're actually being looked after. So that was quite nice.
It's young people with young people, so it's very important, I think, anyway. definitely.
And because you're younger, and obviously young people are more likely to speak to young people about the problems they're experiencing rather than us oldies. You know, it just seems to work. And it's about the trust thing. Sometimes you find for young people find it more difficult to trust.
And I had a lot of, for me, not great support from the older generation in the way that they thought I was feeling and how my emotions were going. So have someone come in at the same level, knowing that actually it's not what they're saying, it's what you actually have been through or what you've seen, and knowing the true feeling at the time might be easier for young people.
I think these young people are absolutely phenomenal. I've worked with Jay. I've got huge respect for her. She was working in the groups with me on a Monday night, and we were able to talk about different aspects of how it should be going and what we could do to make things better, and I just felt she was really amazing. And also I've been fortunate enough to refer some other youngsters along to the group, and I have seen them flourish, and it is just wonderful to see the confidence that they've gained, and it's just lovely because it's all coming from them and they're all leading each other. The strength of the group is leading them all forward.
I think what a key thing about Southside is everyone is there for each other, no matter what's happening. I've had issues when working here and everyone's been able to pick me up and help me out from just anything. I think that goes for everyone as well. Like Carol helped me with my maths when I needed to resit it, and Sharon's helped me with a few personal things that's happened, and Penny's always been there for me to talk to. So it's just everyone is there for you and everyone's got different skills, so you know who to go to if you want a bit of advice.
For myself, starting as a service user, then to a volunteer, then to being employed by Southside, I still feel that I'm valued as much now as I was as a service user. And it sort of carries you along.
And for me, I think it's giving back. You know, everything, my kind of journey and where I've been, there's places all the way along where I can relate to all the clients. So really, for me, it's again just giving back where I can, the support that I've received over 11 years from Southside.
There's a good sense of humour here. It's definitely the thing. Everyone, I really don't like using this word, but a lot of banter around. I can't think of another word. But that kind of thing, it's like everyone's
I think we all lift each other because it can be tough. You know, we do smile and say, and it comes across it's all a bed of roses, and actually we do some really, really difficult and heartbreaking pieces of work, and you know, we all lift each other.
Because we get so much support and appreciation, it's sort of, what's the saying, enthusiasm breeds enthusiasm or whatever, then that's how we can do our work.
I'm not to be sentimental, but it isn't a job. I mean, it's a job, especially when I'm awake in the middle of the night thinking where we're going to get the money from. But it's, you know, to be surrounded by these wonderful people, what more could one ask? Fantastic.